I'm a West Side baby. All my ladies, I'm trying to... Oh!
So this goes out to everybody who ships Sutara, which there's nothing wrong with that. You're more than welcome to. But I am just going to say, people who use the defense that they should be together because Zuko is willing to risk his life in order to save her, and he jumps in front of the lightning bolt and he takes the lightning bolt instead of Katara, is why it shows that he's in love with her. Which maybe it does. But what if Zuko isn't in love with her? And what if he saves the person not because he's in love with them, but because he's just spent the last 3 seasons realizing that human life holds importance regardless of whether or not they were born in the Fire Nation or born in the correct lineage? What if Zuko saves the person just because they're a person and just because he values human life now? And what if it's more important to Zuko's redemption arc that he is risking his life regardless of who the person is? Like, what if it had been Sokka? Or what if it had been the Cabbage Man? Like, Zuko still would have saved that person. And by saying that it's just an act of love, you're diminishing the growth that we've just watched him do.
We all know how great an airbender Aang was, right? And he's often compared to Zahir because Zahir gained the ability to fly. Aang really loved Katara. Like, we all know this. He was in love with her from the start. And that bound him to the earth. We see him struggle with this when he's trying to go into the Avatar state. Like, he can't even do all the stages, open all the gates, because she was in trouble, and he loves her so much, and he went to save her. Zahir had a similar problem, right? This is his girlfriend. He loved her just as much as Aang loved Katara. Except, she got her head blown off. Straight died. Gone. Because of that, he was like, I can let go of all my earthly tethers because they're in shambles and start flying.
Okay, I'll say it. Avatar Roku sucked. He had one job. All he had to do was not retire on an island with an active volcano. Why were people living there? Also, you know, kill Fire Lord Sozin? Why let the man live? He is not your friend no more. My man Roku played us all. 100 years of war because this old man could not be bothered to move off of an active volcano. Also, side note, why did he not go into the Avatar state when he was dying? Like, I thought that was supposed to be a defense mechanism.
Ladies and gentlemen, the volume inside of this bus is astronomical. It is
So I'm not the only one that thought this bitch was completely useless, right? Like, you were supposed to protect your town, but then when Katara did it, you were like, thank you. No, bitch. No. You should have done it, yeah.
It came out, my son was just about the right age.
Yeah, he was at the age.
So I literally watched both of those shows with my son, you know, having no idea, you know.
Right. So for people that out there, you know, and Gray, you can tell your experience with Iroh. So Gray came in and he replaced the legendary Mako, who was the original voice of Iroh, who actually played my father or my grandfather, my uncle or my father, like 4 or 5 times in my career. He was definitely an Uncle Iroh as a character in my life. And he passed away during book 2. And then they found Gray, who replaced Mako, which is amazing. And one of my fondest memories and very eerie memories, because the episode after he passes away, he's in jail and he has no lines. And I'm talking to Mako during those episodes, right? But he's not responding to me. And he's passed away. And then when he comes back, I don't know if you remember, Greg, but you were in the other room in Nickelodeon, the smaller room.
I absolutely
and we're all in this.
Sokka, you are so sexist. Katara, I'm not sexist. Sexism is wrong. And being wrong is for women!
Here's a hint. I must find the Avatar to restore my honor. It's okay. You can laugh. It's funny.
Hey, watch it.
Oh my god, you're so tall, you look like a giraffe.
That's why you dead built like a baked bean.
A baked bean!
stubborn to get out of the way.
Personally, I don't really see the difference. But I assure you, I would have done whatever it took to stop Jin. I offer you this wisdom, Aang. Only justice will bring peace.
Hey! What are you doing firebending your tea? I know you're not supposed to cry over spilled tea, but it's just so sad. Hey! What are you doing firebending your tea? I know you're not supposed to cry over spilled tea, but it's just so sad.
Three of the hardest things for people to say: I was wrong, I need help, and Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire sauce.
And if you're gonna call me Azula, make sure you put princess in front of it. My way, or may you never rise from the ashes of your shame and humiliation.
Can we please normalize guys wearing women's jeans? Because I'm not gonna lie, I buy off the women's section when I'm buying pants. I'm not ashamed of it, they fit me better. Sometimes I steal my sister's pants because they just fit better.
There's a lot of debate about who the most powerful individual in Avatar: The Last Airbender is. Like, a lot of people say it's Aang because he's the Avatar, Katara, she's a pretty powerful waterbender, Toph because, you know, I don't even have to explain that, and Uncle Iroh because he can shoot fire out of his mouth. But a lot of people are forgetting to include one person. Ty Lee's mom. Ty Lee's mom is the single most powerful individual in all of Avatar: The Last Airbender, and here's why. So in Book 3, the episode The Beach, you find out that Ty Lee has problems with her individuality because she grew up with 6 sisters who looked exactly like her. Now, on the surface, this isn't such a big deal, right? If you look in the comics, they all look the same, and they have problems struggling with themselves. But this actually means that her mother, their mother, was pregnant with 7 children at the exact same time, was healthy enough to nurture all of them in the womb for 9 months, and successfully give birth to all 7 of them. And if you read this dialogue, she survived that, which means that she could still be out there giving birth to septuplets who are as powerful as Ty Lee is. So a lot of people are mad that I said that Ty Lee's mom is the most powerful character in Avatar. So here's my real answer. It's Uncle Iroh, but, you know, his bending, you know, it's whatever. Here's his actual real skill. Here's why he's actually the most powerful. So you can see he's trying to draw in the sand, right? Look at this. He's using a stick that's multiple feet long. That's a perfect right angle. That's another perfect right angle. Another perfect right angle. He draws the logo of Earthbenders perfectly with no flaws. Like a human graphing calculator. And he's using a stick that's multiple feet long. Like, you can't even do that with a pencil and paper without using a ruler, and even then it'd be imperfect. And then he draws these spirals for the air nomads. These are insane. They're literally perfection. And he just draws like a nice perfect square around them too. Nobody can do this. You can't do this with a stick, you can't do this with a pencil, and that kind of motor control, honestly, that makes you the most powerful character.
I want to talk about the 2 weirdest changes in the last Airbender movie. Like, yes, the whitewashing is shitty and the cinematography is weird. They replaced actual Chinese calligraphy with wavy lines. And of course the ridiculous dancing to just throw one goddamn rock. But in the cartoon, the Earthbender prison is on a metal rig in the middle of the goddamn ocean. And the only reason they escape is because they managed to bust out a bunch of coal for the Earthbenders to actually use to fight back. But in the movie, the prison camp is on the Earth. Like, these guys are surrounded by the one thing that only they can use. Like, what is stopping them from beating the Firebenders with comically oversized Earth fists? Also, Firebenders now need an outside source of fire. They're basically Pyro from the X-Men. How the hell did this war last 100 years? Every other bender is inherently stronger than they are. You should all be able to do this. Why is this so impressive? Why?
You're straight lying if you tell me that this was not the scariest mofo in all of Avatar. Are you kidding me? Like, bruh, the anxiety I felt during this scene when Aang had to talk to him and keep a straight face, unparalleled.
It's not that fucking hard! Swing, snap, rock!
So a lot of people are rightfully getting on Katara's ass about yelling at Aang, saying that he could never understand her pain of losing her mom, when Aang lost his entire race to a genocide that he wasn't even present for because he was trapped in an iceberg. And you know, in Katara's brain, she's like, he doesn't have any parents because he was raised by monks. Exactly! He was raised by monks! Are y'all really forgetting how distraught Aang was when he found the skeletal remains of Monk Gyatso at the Southern Air Temple? That was his father figure. He lost a parent.
That's why I love Nestle Crunch.
Don't fuck with me! I am the power of God and anime on my side!
Wait! How about we do that move you taught me last weekend?
Now? I admire your boldness, but what will the team think?
What? No, not... Okay, you got me. The training move, please.
Yo, why is he looking at me like that? What's up, little bud? Got a staring problem, pal?
Like what, dude? He's just looking at you. He's a baby.
Look at his face. Dumb little face.
Stop.
Yo, Zan, get your boy, dog.
So I'm not sure if this is common knowledge, but I've never seen anyone say this, but in the Day of Black Sun episode, you see the prison guard that's nice to Iroh.
And this time, I brought you an extra bowl of rice.
Her name is Ming. That is none other than Serena Williams.
So I made a post talking about how these three ladies were the blueprint for the bisexuals, bubbly gay, emo gay, and sporty gay, and I stand by that. But I wanted to clarify, all the homies are queer. Queer, 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 definitely queer. Oh my god, queer. Uber gay, the gayest. And honestly, all the airbenders were fucking each other.
Zuko with no Scar. Scar with no Zuko. Zuko with Scar. No Zuko, no Scar.
Dance like a god. Dance like a god. Dance like a god.